Fox 14. The right news at the right time and the Spirit of Community Award winner. This is Fox 14 News at 5:30.
Thank you for choosing Fox 14. I'm Chelsea Jones. Sarah is back next week. First on Fox, the Morehouse Parish Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal boating accident. It's our top story. Deputies tell us it happened along Bayou Drive on Horseshoe Lake just after lunch. They say a woman and her brother were fishing when he fell out of the boat into the water. Officials say the woman has no reported injuries, but upon arrival to the scene, deputies pronounced that man dead.
She looked back, he had fallen out of the boat, and the boat was doing circles. She said he surfaced a couple times, then went under. She called 911 while she was in the boat. She managed to get the boat's motor shut off on the boat. It drifted to the bank.
The investigation has been turned over to the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. Well, a Magnolia, Arkansas man is dead after being hit by a train. It happened near the Oak Street intersection of the Union Pacific Railroad in McNeil. The victim's been identified as Reginald Harper. His body has been sent off to the Arkansas Crime Lab to gather further information. This investigation is ongoing. Well, over the past few weeks, Lincoln Parish officials have been working on the year's second successful warrant roundup. It's called Operation Nonstop. During the operation, agents have been able to arrest more than half of the suspects they have been after for charges related to narcotics distribution in the parish. Officials say this is not only going to clean up the streets, but also help lower the crime rate across the parish.
Whether it be vehicle burglaries or domestic violence, a lot of that stems back to narcotics use. So by getting these drug dealers off the street, it's helping clean up our parish.
Coming up at 9, Fox 14's Isabel Albritton will have more from agents about what they're doing to put suspects behind bars. Well, Simmons Bank in El Dorado is giving elementary students lessons on financial education. They visit elementary schools in El Dorado, Parker's Chapel, and Strong. Representatives teach them how to save, budget, and even write checks. Simmons Bank nationwide joins this effort, and it's all about passing on financial literacy and knowledge to the next generation.
It's very important that children at a very early age understand the money basics. These programs that Karen and some of my other teammates present really provide that kind of background and that support.
Fox 14's Gabrielle Pfeiffer visited one local elementary school today, and she's going to show you how students are using the financial lessons to do some spending of their own tonight at 9. If you're interested in independent films, the El Dorado Film Festival will have a weekend full of films that you can watch. The festival will feature about 25 filmmakers from across the country. There's a selection of short films, feature films, documentaries, animations, you name it. Film enthusiasts say it's an opportunity to get the first look at some world-class theater.
You get the first look at these films here before anyone else. So it's like, hey, I saw this movie. How do I see it? Well, you're going to have to wait for 6 months until it gets on streaming. You get that here before anyone else, and that's exciting to me.
Now, screenings will begin tomorrow at 10, and they will go throughout the night. 3 El Dorado filmmakers will be showcasing their projects, and for a full list of that showing, you can get it from that link you see on the bottom of your screen. Well, a local master falconer received the only permit in the state of Louisiana to capture a peregrine falcon for the upcoming hunting season. Now, Wildlife and Fisheries has done a drawing for this permit since 2014, but no one has been able to capture a peregrine falcon. But this year, Dale Berry trapped one from the wild and will be the first to hunt with him in the state of Louisiana. Officials say this is a great accomplishment, and other falconers are excited to see the training and the experience to come this season.
Hopefully train him to bring up hundreds of feet, and he'll be way above me as I flush his game for him, and he'll stoop after it and chase it and take it down. Oh, I have great expectations for him, but who knows? I'm sure he's going to give it his all.
Tune in tonight at 9 to hear more on the training process and what hunting season will be looking like. Well, Louisiana voters will head to the polls tomorrow, and one of your most important jobs is to get informed ahead of elections. So tonight, morning anchor Bodie Brooks looks at the candidates for House District 20.
We are concluding our candidate profiles in House District 20. There are 4 candidates, 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans, working to succeed Steve Pilot. Kevin Bates, Tammy Reed, Neil Reiser, and Martez Singleton. These were the issues they say need some major reform if they are elected to the seat.
I see that we have some major issues with trial attorneys being able to just run rampant in our state. The legacy lawsuits we see with our oil and gas industry, we're paying the second highest in the nation auto and liability insurance rates here, and it's all because of that.
The first thing I want to do is have a strong economic structure in District 20. That's one of the main things I want to work on, and improving our school systems, of course, and also infrastructure. I think there's a weak link between government and constituents, and that needs to be rebuilt.
Well, I hope that this temporary sales tax, which I did not vote for, that it'll go away like it's supposed to, and it's about 3.5 years now. And continuing working on rural water systems. I know everybody through this area, through the whole state, is that we have drinkable water that we feel safe with. People are getting where they don't feel safe with water.
Now, we did reach out to Martez Singleton. We're unable to secure an interview with him by the story's airing. If you'd like to hear their full answers to my questions and hear from some of the other candidates before casting your ballot tomorrow, click on the Your Local Election Headquarters tab on myarklamiss.com and tune in to tomorrow night's full election coverage on NBC 10. In the studio for your local election headquarters, I'm Bodie Brooks.
All right, we have a lot more news after the break, but a chilly day for us today, right, Jared?
Right, Chelsea, most spots seeing the cold front move through early in the afternoon or even late morning in some spots. A little bit of rainfall with it, and that's still hanging around, but it'll move out as we head into your Saturday. Full look at the forecast as Fox 14 News at 5:30 continues.
The Animal House is your local pet store. Cypress Street, West Monroe.
How important is the advantage of a 6-minute warning when severe weather is just 6 minutes away?
Only Fox 14's live storm tracker Doppler radar gives you the 6-minute advantage, showing you where dangerous storms are live as it happens.
6 minutes ahead of any other station.
With critical and sometimes life-saving information.
How important is a 6-minute warning? The NBC 10 Live Storm Tracker Doppler Radar. The 6-minute advantage. Keeping your family safe.
Vote Judy Duhan for State Senate. Judy's focus is to help provide infrastructure to encourage future growth and higher educational standards. Judy's vision involves strengthening economic development by creating a culture of emerging entrepreneurships to produce sustainable jobs. Judy believes in increasing teacher pay and teacher support staff pay for all that they do to help our children. Leadership, experience, and conservative values. Judy Duhan, committed to the community and dedicated to progress.
Tim Temple. After the BP oil spill, he was an executive for the Gulf Coast Claims Facility. The Justice Department discovered it wrongfully denied 2,000 claims and owes $64 million in lost claims. And member of an elite group who wanted to raise property and income taxes but expand tax breaks for corporations. Now, Tim Temple wants to be commissioner of insurance.
4 years ago, I said I would open Louisiana's doors to the world. Boy, did we ever. We welcomed over 51 million visitors last year alone. That's the largest increase ever. Those visitors left behind $1.9 billion in taxes that you and I didn't have to pay. We've created over 7,000 new jobs in tourism. How y'all doing? And we're just getting started. I'm your Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser, asking for your vote.
14 News at 5:30 continues.
The Northeast Louisiana Veterans Home got new recliners for its veterans in the Alzheimer's wing. Fox 14's Hunter Elise is back from the home with more on why the veterans needed these fancy, fun, feel-good chairs. Right, Hunter?
That is so right, Chelsea. People throughout the community pulled together to donate these chairs and help keep the veterans who use them comfortable throughout the day.
It made me happy in my room, but then when it came back up in the big room, it made me happier. Because there was sometimes everybody get in it. See, I'm not the only one using it. But I thank God for it. I thank God for people who love it.
New recliners at the Northeast Louisiana Veterans Home mean so much to the residents. They provide comfort, relaxation, and a feeling of home for those in the Alzheimer's wing.
So when I started observing that there were not enough recliners for our guys that are in wheelchairs, so it came to me, you know, maybe this is the time to maybe have a little fundraiser and get these chairs that these guys so badly need.
Margaret Horn decided to take action. She sent out letters to the community to get money to fund these new chairs.
And it did start coming in. I got enough for 3, then I got enough for 4, and we got enough for 6.
Sitting in wheelchairs all day can cause the residents to feel stiff and pained. Recliners offer a chance to get the rest they need.
Oh, I like them better than nothing. I like them pretty good, you know. Of course, it's like everything else. It's got its good points and its bad points. My point is it's better than to have it, not have it.
Horn says in 5 years, her dream would be to see the Veterans Home look more like a home and less like a facility to house residents.
Says if you want to donate, you can send money to the Veterans Home and mention that it's for the recliners. In the studio, Hunter Elise, Fox 14 News.
I want one of those chairs for my home.
I always love a good recliner.
Me too.
We have one at our house, but it's backed up against a wall right now because of the setup in our living room, and so you can't recline it.
Just a futon.
It's just a chair.
It's just a chair, but it's a lot for them.
I love to recline, man.
Let's get into this weather real quick.
It's good reclining weather. Why not? We'll look at the forecast next on Fox.
Ralph Abraham missed more votes than anyone in Congress, but still took the money he promised veterans and still voted with Nancy Pelosi over 300 times. Typical politician Ralph Abraham. We just can't trust him.
Attention patients with non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Roundup Weed Killer has been linked to non-Hodgkin lymphoma. If you have been diagnosed, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call attorney Morris Bart at 807-1000 right now.
How do I use better than bouillon? I just add a spoonful to my marinades. To stir fries? Sauces? Just whisk it in. Brush it on? Sauté. It adds a cooked all day taste. That doesn't take all day.
Better than bouillon. Don't just make it better.
Let's get down to business. The business of road trips, adventure, and reconnecting. Modernized Comfort Inns and Suites have been refreshed because our business is you. Get the lowest price guaranteed on all Choice Hotels when you book direct to choicehotels.com.
At Go Auto, we put customers first by giving them savings that create new adventures like buying your first car, hanging with friends, and those late-night cravings during exam week.
Have more and do more with Go Auto. We keep your budget in mind, and remember, the safer you drive, the more you save. Just call, click, or come by for a free quote today. Go Auto, low-cost car insurance for life.
Go Auto. I had to go to the hospital after my wreck. I needed back surgery. I made that one call to Morris Bart. He got me $410,000.
If you get hurt in a car wreck in Monroe, do what your family and friends have done for many years. Call me now.
Would you join me in thanking a successful businessman, a job creator, a strong advocate for limited government who stepped up to lead Louisiana, Eddie Rispone. Thank you so much, Eddie. Thanks for stepping up.
Live Storm Tracker Doppler Radar, sponsored by bankruptcy attorney E. Orem Young. Now, Storm Tracker weather with Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Back with this week's Kids Cast winner, it is Miss Olivia with a stormy picture here. And as dry as it's been, we could use some storms. Miss Olivia, how old are you, ma'am?
6.
6 years old. You go to what school?
Grace.
Grace Episcopal School.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it? Can you say it 5 times real fast?
Grace Episcopal, Grace Episcopal, Grace Episcopal.
That was 3 times. That's better than I could do, so good job. All right, and what grade are you in at Grace Episcopal School? First grade. Fun grade.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about what you got going on in this picture here.
It's a stormy picture, and there are 3 boys and 4 girls, and they wanted to go to the park, but it was raining, so they couldn't.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to go to the park, and then the rain comes, and you got 7 people all in the house. And what are the parents are going to do with 7 kids in the house that all want to go to the park, and they can't go to the park? Probably going to be a wild day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any friends and relatives that you want to say hello to, family members?
My friends in 1st grade, and my brother Noah, and my dog Rosie.
Right on. Okay. Okay, yeah. Always. You just said hello to the first dog on television. So congratulations, and I hope Rosie enjoyed it. All right, here's a look at Miss Olivia's Kids Cast picture. Fill your form out, send it in. You could be our Kids Cast winner next week. Perfect picture for a rainy day. Let's take a look at our Umbrella Day giveaway winner. It is Wanda Ashley of Winsboro. You want a Shed Rain umbrella? Go to myarclimates.com, click under the contest tab, register your name for the chance to win your own Shed Rain umbrella. If you're headed out to a high school game tonight, plan long sleeves. You will probably need them at some point as we head through the evening. You take a look at the live storm tracker Doppler radar brought to you by E. Young. Most of the heavier thunderstorm activity, which was pretty brief as it moved through our area anyway, has moved off to the east. Now some patchy light rain, a little bit of drizzle to be had, but that will also be trending downward in intensity and in coverage as the air continues to dry out through the night. So if you're headed out to a high school game, again, you may want to carry a rain jacket just for the early part of the evening, but then also, again, long sleeves because northwesterly winds and northerly winds building in, making it pretty cool outside as most spots will probably be in the low 50s by the time the games wrap up later tonight. Some spots already there, so again, plan accordingly. Regional loop over the last hour doesn't really show a whole lot aside from the storms that continue to advance eastward. Our cold front continues to obviously race off to the east at this point, and again, it's been noticeable changes in our forecast as we went through the afternoon. Skies will clear tonight pretty quickly as we head through the late night hours and into the early morning hours tomorrow, but the cloud cover quick to return as we work into Sunday morning. That's as southwesterly winds aloft kind of send some moisture up and over the existing cold front that passed through our area today, enough lift to maybe provide some scattered showers across the area through the morning hours. And most of this would be focused across the southern parishes, and that continues into Sunday afternoon as we go into Monday, kind of resetting the same setup with more scattered showers essentially across the southern parishes. Better rain chances with a deeper upper level disturbance as we head toward Tuesday of next week. Burn bans, we've dropped 2 parishes, Lincoln and Union and Lincoln have both been dropped from the burn ban list. Hopefully with early next week's rainfall, we can get rid of the rest of them, or at least most of them. 50 right now in El Dorado, 55 Ruston, 62 in Monroe, 76 in Natchez, but the cooler air will get to you folks. It may just take a little bit longer. We'll look for lows tonight in the mid-40s under clearing skies. Little on the breezy side with winds out of the north. Overnight rain chances will drop pretty close to 0. Mid to upper 60s for primary day in Louisiana. So again, if you're heading out early to cast your ballot, may need some long sleeves. It'll likely be in the 40s as you head out early tomorrow morning. Rain chances, again, close to 0. Look at the rest of the forecast. Had to work the scattered showers back in, again, mainly for the southern parishes for Sunday and Monday, with highs anywhere from the upper 60s to the mid-70s. Next upper level disturbance and kind of a weak cold front approaching the area on Tuesday. That'll bring more widespread rain chances up to about a 50% chance, maybe a few thunderstorms, but mainly just some showers. Mid-70s, very fall-like through the middle part of next week, and could be trending toward a deeper upper level disturbance, a larger storm system by the end of next week and into the weekend, and that could just trend us in general soggier across the area, which isn't necessarily a bad thing considering a lot of areas are in drought conditions and are dealing with the burn bans and all that stuff.
It's been so hot lately, so I'm welcoming this weather.
And that looks like I said, the trend. Not a lot of specifics yet, but we'll keep an eye on that over the next mainly 7 to 14 days.
Right, just for now, tonight, have your long sleeves for the football game.
Good idea.
And speaking of football, that is up next with Chris Immersion, so keep it right here on Fox 14 News at 5:30.
Shortly after Bella's birth, we found out she had cystic fibrosis. The first thing I instantly felt was fear.
I was never the CF girl. I was always Bella who just happens to have CF.
I am so thankful that Jeff Landry has fought to lower prescription drug costs and to protect those with pre-existing conditions so that they never have to worry about being denied by insurance. I think Jeff Landry is way more than a politician. He's a good man.
These are real Louisiana crawfish. These are from China. They look alike, but we know the difference. This is Governor candidate Eddie Risponi. He says he'll look out for Louisiana workers. But as a businessman, Risponi's been sued time and again for failing to pay employees and refusing to pay their medical bills. And Risponi got caught trying to hire foreign workers instead of people here in Louisiana. Phony Eddie Risponi. He's not for you. Paid for and authorized by Gumbo Pack.
Your Ruger headquarters is bigger than ever. The buck stops with the Ruger American Predator rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor or 308, just $399.99. Big protection comes in small packages like a Ruger EC9S pistol, only $239.99. Make shooting fun with a Ruger AR-556 rifle and a free float handguard, now $599.99. We're open 8:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. Get 24 months same as cash or shop SimmonsSportingGoods.com.
Elections are about choices, sometimes difficult choices. I'm running for state senate because I believe we need real change in Louisiana. But one of my opponents is a career politician, and the other one's a lawyer. The same folks that got us into this mess. I'm just a businessman who wants to get the job done right. Look at there. I just made your choice a whole lot easier.
Matt Parker for State Senate. Real change, real results.
I'm Matt Parker, and I approve this message.
Sports with Chris Demersion.
And greetings from Joe IA Stadium, home of the Ruston Bearcats, also home of the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. They'll play on Saturday tomorrow versus UMass. Hey, as Jared told you a few moments ago, it is cold. Definitely bring a poncho, a jacket, umbrella, anything you can do to avoid getting wet or being cold anytime this evening. Let's talk about the Ruston Bearcats for just a second. They looked great in their win over Woodlawn last week. As a matter of fact, quarterback Jaden Procell threw a trio of touchdown passes. In the first quarter, the Bearcats scored 35 straight points last week. Pineville comes to Joe IA Stadium tonight as the Rebels pull off a surprising win over Caldwell Parish last week. That was their first victory since week 1, which was a 1-point win over Southwood.
Well, their team speed is one of the things that stands out. You know, I think they've struggled early on trying to find some identity really on both sides of the ball, similar to us. You know, so I think, you know, for both of us, it'll be a big ball game to see where we are as far as getting things back together and getting things rolling for the rest of the season.
Hey, about an hour and a half south of here, West Monroe's going to open up district play versus Alexandria on the road in their house. They had a big story with Alexandria. They're undefeated, 5-0 for the first time in a very, very long time. Speaking of West Monroe, they hope their offense will come along for the ride. Caden Pierce, if you recall, had 3 scores last week, along with 117 all-purpose yards. The defense held the Tigers last week of Neville to 2 scores. Rebels rolled Ash by 20 a year ago. The last 3 games of the 2019 campaign, the Trojans scored 40 points or more, and by the way, their defense pitched 3 straight shutouts.
They probably have changed a few things. We've changed a few things. They've improved a lot. Hopefully we've improved, and they're very talented, and they always play hard. It's very evident to why they win, because they play hard.
Let's talk a little Arkansas football. Parker's Chapel, they're 4-1. They remain undefeated in district play with last week's win over Hampton. Offensively, they're playing quite well, and their 4 victories are averaging 50 points.
We feel good where we're at. We got some young kids that are starting to understand how to play the game. We just got to continue to get better. What I told them yesterday, it's not about, you know, we're not going to be putting in a lot of different plays now till the end of the season. We're just going to get better at what we do.
Hey, by the way, tell your family or friends, Football Friday Night back at 10:15 on KTVE. Football Friday Night Extra later tonight right here on Fox 14. Chelsea and Jared up next after the break.
Current local Senate voter polls say the #1 issue is jobs. Senator Jim Fannin is the candidate with the best voting record for jobs. His opponent, State Rep Jay Morris, has a job-killing legislative record. Fannin's voting record has earned him the endorsements of business and industry, the timber, pulp, and paper industry, the oil and gas industry, home builders, and contractors. Senator Jim Fannin, the candidate with the best voting record for jobs and working families.
800,000 reasons to call Morris Bart.
475,000 reasons.
550,000 reasons.
Over 30 years of winning, over $1 billion won, over 1 billion reasons for you to call. One call, that's all.
Vote Judy Duhan for State Senate. Judy's focus is to help provide infrastructure to encourage future growth and higher educational standards. Judy's vision involves strengthening economic development by creating a culture of emerging entrepreneurships to produce sustainable jobs. Judy believes in increasing teacher pay and teacher support staff pay for all that they do to help our children. Leadership, experience, and conservative values. Judy Duhan, committed to the community and dedicated to progress.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
At least your Buick's locked.
At the heart of every Buick Encore is you. Get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Buick Encore for around $199 per month. Or get just over $4,300 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore Preferred.
See your Monroe area Buick dealer.
I'm Christian Creed. Catherine and I have been your local injury attorneys for more than 20 years. At Creed & Creed, we don't use gimmicks. We value our community and the clients we serve. When you see a Creed & Creed ad, you know it's real. Real clients, real results, and no fine print. Don't be misled by out-of-town attorneys using dramatizations or paid testimonials. If you've been involved in an accident, call Creed & Creed today.
Saturday, voters head to the polls, and NBC 10 will provide complete election coverage from up-to-the-minute returns to live reports across Louisiana. NBC 10 News, your local election headquarters. Election coverage sponsored by Creed & Creed, your local injury attorneys.
Quick look at the 7-day forecast shows mid to upper 60s for primary day in Louisiana tomorrow. If you are headed out early, may want to grab a jacket. It will be a little on the cool side, perhaps a little breezy too. Scattered showers mainly for the southern parishes on Sunday and Monday. It doesn't really exclude everyone else, but I think the better chances will be in those areas. More rain on Tuesday and very fall-like through much of next week.
Love it. Gotta love it. Well, don't forget to join us back here for your only primetime news hour, 9 p.m. Fox News at 9.